Okay, we've now read the story Thunder Cake, and we've talked about the different comprehension strategies I use to help me understand what's going on in our story. And now what I've done is I've copied off a page from the story that has a few words in there that maybe we don't know what it means. So we're going to circle the words that we don't know and see if we can read on, like I modeled when I was reading the story, to see if we can figure out what some of these words mean. So if you can have your eyes up here on the smartboard, this first sentence says, her eyes surveyed the black clouds away off in the distance. Now when I'm reading this, I immediately say to myself, I have no idea what surveyed means. So I'm going to circle it. Could you please circle that on your paper too? Put your pencil in the air when you've got it. Got about almost all of you. Thank you. I have almost 100%. So I'm going to go on to the second sentence. Then she strode into the kitchen. Well, I'm not quite sure what strode means, so I'm going to circle it. What I want you to do is read the rest of the text for a minute on your own and circle any of the other words that as you're reading, you're not quite sure what it means. I'll give you about a minute. Catherine ready? Grady, thank you. You're showing me you're ready. I've got 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to figure out these two words. Then in a minute, you and your elbow partner are going to look at some of the words you circled and see if you can figure out what it means. So here's my first sentence. Her eyes surveyed the black clouds away off in the distance. Well, I'm thinking black clouds, okay, there's a storm, and it's off in the distance. And I remember when I was reading the story how she would look off into the horizon. So it says her eyes surveyed. So I'm thinking eyes. Well, what do eyes do? They look. So her eyes, I'm thinking this says looked. So let's see if that makes sense. Her eyes looked at the black clouds away off in the distance. Okay, so I'm thinking surveyed probably means look. Now I'm going to go to the second sentence. Then she strode into the kitchen. Skipped, jumped, hopped. Well, let's see. If I was trying to make a thunder cake and a storm's coming and I'm trying to make this cake before I get there, I think strode is going to be walking, but I think maybe walking a little fast. You know, you're kind of hurrying to try to get into the kitchen. So let's see if that makes sense. Then she was walking into the kitchen. Oh, good, that makes sense. Okay, with you and an elbow partner, I want you to see if you can figure out what 1 or 2 of your words mean that you circled. Now notice, I have kind of written some ideas of what I think they are, and I've underlined some important words that I thought was important in my sentence. I thought kitchen was important, black clouds, eyes. That was helping me to kind of see if I can figure out what those words mean. So when you are done, I want you to put your hand on your head. Once you have talked about 1 or 2 of the words that you have circled, ready, go.
I circled so I thought she would finger out. So I think she meant like forgot to read this part, and here it is thunder cake. So,
make sure you're writing what you think these words mean on your paper. That's why I gave it to you. Write what you think these words mean.
here, what about scurry? That's what I was thinking.
I see Genesis is writing some ideas down and Draken. And I'm looking at Lucy's paper and I see lots of circles and some words, some underlined words, maybe that are helping her know what that word maybe means. I'll give you a few more seconds.
No. Yeah, finger grease stained pages. Oh, I grabbed the page like of the grease.
Ready? Eyes on me. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I love it. I have eyes on me and voices off. Who wouldn't mind sharing one of the words and what they figured out that word meant? Addie?
Pen, wrote.
Okay, so hold on. Let me first catch up to you. So down here, everybody find the sentence where it says, she carefully penned. Can you put your finger on the word pen? If you haven't already, circle the word penned. Now, Addie, what did you think the word meant?
Wrote.
And what gave you the idea that penned probably meant wrote?
Because pen is what you write with, so I thought it meant like wrote and pen.
Okay, I like she used that word pen right there, that base word. She carefully wrote the ingredients on a piece of note paper. Thumbs up or thumbs down, does that make sense? Thumbs up. Who else has another sentence that they thought, ooh, this is going to be hard? Hayden, what'd you come up with?
So, it was done by the end of it, scurry.
Oh, everybody on the second to last line, put your finger by scurry. Circle it, put your finger by scurry. Clap twice if you have scurried circle. Thank you. So it says, now let's gather all the things we'll need, she exclaimed as she scurried towards the back door. What did you think scurried meant?
I think it meant like she would run because it would be like, it gave me an idea of towards the black door, so I thought scurry would mean run.
Okay, so let's see if it makes sense. Now let's gather all the things we'll need, she exclaimed, and she ran towards the back door. Does that make sense? Yeah. It does. Let's do just one more. Savannah?
I have two in one spot.
Okay, what are the two words?
Grease stained and creased.
Okay, let's circle grease stained and creased. Ooh, that is the 1, 2, 3, 5th line down. 3 words. Can you circle those 3 words? Clap 3 times when you have all 3 circled. Thank you. All right, tell me what you were thinking in your mind as you read that sentence. Let me read it for everybody. Actually, everybody read it with me. Let's find that recipe, child, she crowed as she lovingly fingered the grease-stained pages to a creased spot. Okay, tell me the thought process you were thinking when you were trying to figure out what they meant.
So grease stained, I saw after grease stained pages. I thought it was like a different kind of paper, not like this kind of paper.
And why do you think it has grease stains all over it?
Because it's very, very old.
Okay, maybe it's very old. Has your mom or dad ever pulled out a recipe she's had for a long time and there's goobers all over it? Maybe they've spilled oil or butter or chocolate. Yeah, lots of your hands are up. So that's probably because you visualize in your mind an old recipe that was probably used many times right? Okay, what are you thinking about any of the other words?
For priest, I saw a spot behind it, so I thought she marked the spot so she'll remember.
I like that. Have you ever had a book? See, this is where we're going to make a connection. Have you ever had a book and you bent the page so that the next day you can go find it again? Yeah, so it's a creased spot. So she's probably bent the page down so it's easy and really quick for her to find this recipe. Okay, I really appreciate how well you guys have been listening, and that is it.